Greetings, my dudes. Welcome in. How's the day so far? Be reading for all 12 houses today. General readings, beginning with Aries, moving all the way to Pisces, beginning for everybody. We're going to leave the chats as sub only because we want to minimalize the random conversations and the nonsense throughout. So if you just want to sit back and listen, you're more than welcome to. We're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. We're going to get started with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, but we're going to let everybody jump in for a moment. We're just now tuning in, so it's good to see you. Welcome in, my dudes. Greetings, 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 team. Avatar G, at your service, aka Gavin, aka Jen, aka Zen Generation Z, out here grooving. Thank y'all. I see you, my dudes, for the likes. That was new. I can dig it. Grooving. Hey, thanks for that gift. I've never seen that one before. I dig it. What a treat. Whoo, whoo. Question mark, Avatar G. Greetings, 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 my dudes. As I said, this is our new moon readings underneath the Aquarian new moon. Yes, the energy is still here lingering. If I know anything about Aquarius and Aquarian energy, it's that they like to take their time, so it's not a worry. Even though the new moon was technically 2 days ago, I'm getting the sense that these vibrations are still lingering. So if you want to sit back and see what these messages have to say for all 12 signs, we're here for you today. You can get the recording of this on my YouTube the next day or so. Absolutely, it'll be up there. And yeah, we're ready to go. We have the Light Seers Tarot right here, alongside the Goddess Power Oracle. We'll be drawing one goddess for each house, as well as 3 cards from the Light Seers Tarot. General readings to see whatever messages have in store today. Fairy, it's good to see you, my dude. Yes, indeed, indeed. Greetings, 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 everybody. One Consciousness, I see you currently. Good to see you, my dudes. We are about to get started with all 12 readings. Aries, welcome in. House 1, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, wherever your Mars placement may be. General reading, let us see what these cards have to say. Any direction, any clarity, any messages for all my all of my Aries in the house, all of my Harrys in the house, all of my owls. Woo. For you, my dudes, we cut the deck, we clear the energy, and we draw 4, it looks like. We're starting off the evening strong for Aries. Strong, we say. This is a great way to begin house number 1. And remember that everything is a grain of sand. If it resonates, bring it with you. If it doesn't, you can release it. This is your life, ultimately. And the cards we have, first and foremost, is the Hermit here. Alongside the Hermit, we have the World. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. And we have the Page of Cups here in reverse. We have the 8 of Cups here in reverse as well, in the root. And the goddess jumping in for the reading is Shakti. Transformation. Yes, powerful energy for house number 1. Start off. I am Aquarius. Right now, there's a time to continue to attune one's intuition, diving deep into one's roots of the movement, to the core of one's energy. Yes, where is your awareness right now? Where are you? Not physically on the map or on the location, but where are you? And where is your awareness? And how can you attune your awareness? Listening to the water within, your emotions, your intuitions. The body is an instrument, and you can tune the body to various frequencies, and what it is that you're consuming, what it is that you're entertaining, what it is that you're giving your energy to will tune you. Right now, Aries, house number 1, is being encouraged to attune to the Wheel of Fortune, the world within and all around. We have the Hermit and the World here, and the Wheel of Fortune. If this is not a godsend of a reading to start off the evening on, I'm not entirely sure what is. Shakti with transformation here is showing us that this is the precipice of transformation, of moving forward, of allowing ourselves to surrender, step into this journey, that which it is one has been calling. Aries is the adventurer. We have the 8 of Cups here in the root, an outstanding synchronicity showing that this is ultimately the journey of listening to one's destiny, the water within, knowing that you're always going to be in the perfect place at the perfect time to the perfect people. The more you can open up and stay in this space rather than up here, the more you can embrace this transformation that's always happening, regardless if you like it or not. Change is the only constant in life, but the more we can allow it rather than resist it, that's when the real change happens for this feeling. I don't even want to put words to it. That frequency of fortune. Yeah, solid. Aries, my dudes, stoked to begin this reading with you, and we flow forward with house number 2. Taurus, sun, moon, ascendants. Yes, wherever you may have a Venus placement, wherever your house number 2 is, let's see what the message has to say for the house of values. Yes. That what it is that you value, that what it is that you care for. Yes. They're ready. Jumping out of my hands, basically. We cut the deck. Ooh, once more. Clear cut. We shuffle the goddess cards. Taurus sun, represent. Represent, represent. For you, my dude, the goddess, jumping in today is Iris. Communication. The 2 from the light seers off the top. We have the 3 of cups in reverse. We have the death card, right side up. And we have the high priestess in the root. Another solid, powerful reading. Definitely getting the sense that right now one is being encouraged to continue to delve deeper in one's communication and connection, not only with one's mind and one's words, though more so with one's multidimensional aspects. The 3 of Cups here bringing this sense of one's cosmic essence and harnessing and braiding and weaving one's multidimensional, multi-layered senses of self and putting to rest all those stories or personality traits. I wanted to say almost like costumes, like clothings. All those pieces of self that are no longer a part of you, putting those to rest. Now stepping into your down, that is the high priestess. This is the root and this is where you are, so you don't have to concern yourself about, oh, like, have I made it this far? Like, now Taurus, house number 2 shows that you're rooted in the values of the high priestess, which shows that the next step is simply the embodiment, the attunement, the stepping into this, where it becomes natural, where it becomes the base frequency, where you wake up into this energy. Iris, the goddess of communication, is just reminding oneself of how am I communicating to myself and how can I continue to maintain this sense of high priestess energy. And I'm getting this like awareness that it has to do with like communicating your boundaries within yourself and what it is that you will allow into your space, because the high priestess will entertain and interact with very specific energies, but she will not allow just like anything willy-nilly to just enter her space unless she's grounded in. She's capable of embracing any detail of the experience, but she's not just like going out there trying to like help people. Like, she lets people come to her when they need assistance, more so this kind of energy. And so it's like also putting to rest like this idea that you need to go like save or assist and go like help. Like you're placed in the perfect places where you need to be, where you need to offer your assistance and your gifts. And there's like there's not like, am I doing enough, am I doing too much kind of energy. It's more so just like the more you speak, the more you bring this clear communication with your connection with the world within and all around you and your intuition and how that speaks to you and through you. This is how you continue to step into your high priestess energy, house number 2. Woo! Felt that flowing, channeling. All right, 3, house number 3, Gemini energy, sun, moon, ascendants, wherever you may have Mercury in your chart. We keep these cards moving. Shouts out to my dudes chilling out here. I see you, I see you. Just grooving, grounding, flowing in deep with house number 3. Cut the deck, clear the energy. 'Twas lovely Thank you for saying this. Glad to hear the confirmation. Since the sub chats are off, it's much more mellow vibes out here tonight. So I'm like, oh, how's this sounding? Is it coming off across? Well, I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. You're just here doing the thing. So, if there's y'all watching the recording, shouts out to you. For those y'all in the room right now, shouts out to you. We got an extra card for house number 3, Gemini Energy. We cut the deck. Ooh, let's do it again. We cut the deck. That's better. Clear. We draw 2. Flip the deck upside down. Show the root. The goddess. For you, we have Epona. Wise leadership. House number 3. Gemini, communication, verbalization, thoughts, words. We have the Queen of Swords here, a great representative of Gemini. We have Temperance here. The card that jumps in while we're shuffling, 8 of Swords in reverse. And the 2 of Pentacles in the root, also in reverse. Awesome. Gemini, house number 3 right now is speaking from a space of temperance. Rather than feeling like you need to rush or force communication, which oftentimes makes you feel like this discombobulated, bound, worried. Like if there's something that's making you feel that way, like that's your body communicating to your soul, like, hey, this is not for me. How can I take a step back and breathe and recognize, like, wait, I'm a queen. How can I talk to myself on this level, regulate myself, and then talk to the world like, hey, you don't talk to me like that. I can show up and do these things, but this is how it's going to be done because I have these boundaries. And it requires temperance, it requires patience, it requires balance, it requires flow, it requires wise leadership. That's a solid quality of a healed Gemini, stepping into a space of being able to uplift the space by emitting vibrations, casting spells and incantations that allow rather than cut, rather than create separation, which oftentimes happens in time and space. The more we can speak with temperance and cut through the cords of separation, utilizing this sword, our words, our swords, wisely, with pure intention, we can get to the root of what it is that we're here to do. Ultimately, knowing that the wise leadership exists within and all around you, the more you can bring practice to this, keep training, keep grounded, don't beat yourself up. How are you speaking to yourself? How are you speaking to the world around you? How are you speaking to your house? How are you speaking to your car? How are you speaking to your food? How are you speaking to... That's the real key. Allowance of self is so important. It's not something that I have really become aware of until recently, and this card here, particularly Temperance, has assisted me greatly in grounding into this endeavor. Yeah, as they say, what one is one's harshest critic, and this is really comes down to taming the beast that is the mind. Taming the beast that is the mind. And knowing that you are here in the throne. I love how the Queen of Swords here has her sword by her hand, basically being able to cut and free herself of all these limiting beliefs, worries, doubts. It's really about befriending the mind and learning how to sit with it rather than identifying with it. And then from there you can begin to reprogram it. It takes patience, it takes persistence, showing up every day, training the brain. Yes, you are not your thoughts, you are not your mind. Yes, Gemini, you got it, my dudes. Ruby, we flow forward with house number 4, with Cancer, the house of the home. Yes. Sun, moon, ascendants. Cancer is the house of the moon. Yes, connection. How we share water, how we share space. Yes, today. We flow forward. Let's see what these cards have to say. For house number 4, Cancer, my dudes, we have Nike, ambition. And for some reason, I flipped the deck upside down and wanted to show Serdwin, the goddess of potential, as well. House number 4, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, we have 3 of Swords here in the draw. The Magician card here. Strength card here. In the root. Ambition in the draw. Serduin, potential. Nike, ambition, and Serduin, potential, going hand in hand. So much gold energy in this reading. Strength card in the root. House number 4, right now we're showing that you are stepping into the path of the alchemist, the magician who is capable of transforming all of the pains into purpose, all of that hurt, all of the stories into your strengths. Yes, this is proper magic if you ask me. We got to go through it in our own way. It's like the initiation process, as I like to say in the scholarly realms. This creates room for potential, and it also lights a little fire for ambition, because you probably don't want that to happen to other people, and so you want to do something in this world to assist in the endeavor of minimalizing the contribution to suffering. Yes, indeed. Learning how to alleviate this and sit with this and heal this, and then taking the step into then recognizing that this can be one of our greatest places for fertility and strength, for creation and inspiration and capacity to step into one's gifts. Ultimately, yes, learning how to be present and easy and patient with oneself, because healing is not a linear journey. And it's not going to happen all at once or overnight. It really does start with the brain and learning, where am I identifying right now? Where am I identifying right now? Learning how to identify with the strength will allow one to continue to transmute all of the energies within one's space to step into one's magic. I'm not attempting to bypass the suffering that one's experienced throughout this life. I am recognizing that when we stay in the seat of the witness, we remember that we have a choice to move. We don't have to identify with every thought and all of the experiences, shall we say, that we've lived. We can then recognize that, oh, okay, I can at least do something my best with what I've got. And that ultimately is the magic. Yeah. And like, I want to take that note, because like, we all do go through it in our own way, and we're all at our own personal spots in the journey. And oftentimes in the journey, people get stuck in this space. They get trapped in the trauma, and they repeat cycles rather than free themselves from these cycles. And they'll do everything in their capacity to stay in that cycle subconsciously, because that's where they've made home. And this is where the real challenge becomes. And also, like, I'm still not attempting to bypass, because the system in which we live is created to keep people stuck in these cycles. That's how it's been crafted, because the system, the society in which we live, it excels on the suffering of the innocent. It creates suffering in it, and it is strong by keeping people in a state of suffering. But when you choose to wield your suffering and instead take responsibility to your part in your life and do with the best of your ability to that which you can, utilizing your magic and your gifts to the best that you can, this is when you start to reclaim your name and your power and why it is that you are here today. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm just, a little ambitious, and I believe in your potential, and I see you, and I'm grateful, and I want you to I want you to recognize that it's wild out there, but you don't need to tell me that. You don't need me to tell you that. I'm over here tripping. Just getting that Cancer energy. Feeling the feels and all the goodness. We're going to flow forward. House number 5, Leo. Yeah, silly. No, but it's true. It's important. It's important to speak this into the space. House number 5, Leo tonight. Sun, moon, ascendants. Leo is the house of the sun. House number 5 is all about passion and desire. That what it is that you wish to bring into the world. Yep, looks like the sun wants to drop in for house number 5. Only makes sense. It is his house after all. We have the Chariot alongside the sun as we're shuffling. Justice card, 3 major arcana strong, and the 8 of swords making another appearance in the root. Curious. No way. Now this is on point, dude. Faye, I'm glad that you're here today. At least I know one person's watching this right now. We have Yi, the sun, also in reverse as we're watching Leo. Even if nobody was watching this, I'm so grateful to watch this. The sun and the sun. For Leo, the sun. House number 5, we have Justice here. We have the Chariot here as the sun just makes its way into Aquarius, wrapping up with the new moon. The Chariot alongside the sun, alongside Justice, and the 8 of Swords here in the root. And then Temperance underneath them. I just want to show this in reverse. Alright, y'all, I know this was the moment you've all been waiting for because Leo is the star of the show, so I know all the billionaires watching this right now who are like, hey, I know that kid looks like a homeless cat, but he really is out here speaking the facts. The sun has made its way back, and you don't have to worry about a damn thing, because if you are here for the sun, my dude, then you're here for the sun. The team is out here shining in the constellations. The Chariot is happening, Justice is happening. We're going out there bringing justice to our names and expressing our light, shining our cosmic essence, that which makes you, stepping into your truth, learning how to attune to your truth, whatever that means, feels, sounds, tastes, smells like to you. That's your cosmic essence, and that's all your personal business of who you decide to share it with. The goddess, Yi, and the sun card here is reminding you that you are a star. We're all stars here, and there's plenty of cosmic energy for us to tap into and share. None of the stars are out there worrying or comparing themselves about, oh, you know, you're taking up too much space, you're shining too much. Like, no, they just all are on track and performing, doing their thing. They're just being. They're not even performing. The sun's not performing for anybody. He's just being. And this is bringing justice to his. This is bringing justice to his name, to his endeavor. Yes, the sun's just out there shining. The fact that we get to sit underneath the rays is pretty damn amazing, if you ask me. We don't have to worry about anything. When you step into your radiance, when you step into your potent luminary energy, you can just burn right through all of the worries, the doubts, and the disbeliefs. This is when it's like shifting your focus and be like, oh, okay, like this is what's been holding me back from actually recognizing that I'm a flippin' sun. And I'm allowed to be out here shining. You don't have to worry about it anymore because you already made your way here, so now this is just on its way out. I'm getting the sense. This is the root that deserves to be burnt up, removed. Yes. 4. Do you think the sun worries or concerns itself about how it's moving throughout time and space? Do you think it's like, oh, I'm moving too fast, or I'm going too slow, oh, I'm burning too much oxygen? No, the sun's just doing its thing. Leo Stellium, strong. I love this. Very strong energy. Out here on track. Everything is happening accordingly. If this is not a reading of confirmation, I feel like I'm just rambling at this point because it's just blatant. Alright, yeah, we're gonna flow forward. Virgo, my dudes, one of my favorites. House number 6, work ethic. Let us see what the cards have to say today. Sun, moon, ascendants. I almost said Mercury, Virgo, Mercury, my dude. Sun, moon, ascendants, house number 6. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. You can definitely screen record. You don't have to ask, but I appreciate you saying that. This is up on the public internet. Even if it's subscriber only. It would be different if it was like a personal Zoom call or something. Whatever. House number 6. Sun, moon, ascendants. Virgo, my friends. Let's see what these cards have to say today. We'll cut it. We'll clear it. We'll draw. 2. Right off the top. The Chariot making another appearance. 2 of Cups alongside him, reverse. And the 6 of Swords in the root. Love my Virgos. Yes, they hold it down. They hold it down. This is the truth. Parvati, devotion, jumping in for you. Virgo, house number 6, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Mercury placement. Devotion, alongside the Chariot in reverse. Two of Cups here, also in reverse. And the Six of Swords in the root. I'm getting the sense that you're moving in a new direction. The fact that the Six of Swords in the root is getting the sense it's like a plant being uprooted and moving from one space to another. But there's no need to concern. You're here on the track. You're here on the chariot. The real challenge is learning how to trust the process and just devoting oneself to that portion of life, of trusting the process. Because ultimately that's all we can really do. Parvati is an outstanding supporter and encourager of this, reminding ourselves that the more we can just stay present, centered, grounded, rooted, aware, the more we can move in alignment with the divine and the will of the world and how it wishes to move through us. Because we're all on track, we're all doing it in our own way. The more that we can embrace it and walk hand in hand with it rather than trying to run away or be afraid. I know it's intense. The hands of the universe are quite great. They really are. And they can be scary at times. Or one can attempt to act like they're nothing and try to jump out of them and then just be caught on the fingertip and then write their name on it just because they feel like it, just to turn out that they're trying to jump out of the Buddha's hand. Regardless of how you feel in the presence of the universe, know that you are here held, still, grounded, on track. And the more we can bring awareness to this, consciousness to this, the more we can then move in alignment with our intention, our focus, our awareness, our devotion. With house number 6 being the work, Virgo energy, right now it's moving, planting these seeds for movement of the work, shifting our perception and idea of work onto more so of like, oh, I need to go do this job in order to make money. It's like, no, the work is like what I'm doing with my soul right now and what the universe wants of me. Showing up and doing what the universe wants of me and honoring this as a way of devotion. This is the real work happening right now, shifting our perspective and relationship and definition of this idea, work, and learning how to deepen it, to recognize that work starts within. It has nothing to do with showing up, putting on a uniform, and clocking in. How can we show up for ourselves and do that work? And we all have it in own way. If anybody says that they're done doing the work, that's not someone I want to continue listening to. I might ask them a question that makes them be like, hey, what makes you say that? But aside from that, Virgo, I think you're very humble and grounded within your work from my experience, and I think that you know that this is the life of dedication. So you're here for it. The fact that Parvati is here is showing that, like, yes, like, you know this is the way. Groovy. Stellar. Today we're going to flow forward with house number 7, Libra energy, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. Yes, Venus, Libra, my dudes, for you today. We keep it flowing. We keep it flowing. If you're just now joining, welcome in. It's good to see you, my dudes. We are doing general readings for all 12 houses, currently on house number 7. If you want to catch the recording of the earlier houses, you can find that on the YouTube in like a day or so. Otherwise, we're moving forward with the Libra, house number 7. And Venus placements, wherever you may have them. We come to deck, we clear the energy, we draw 2 this evening. We let Parvati rest, and we shuffle the cards for a little bit. They're ready. Artemis, one of my favorites. Number 4, focus. The Empress, here. Libra, house number 7, all about connection, relationship. How your conversation is reflected and balanced in a shared space. Where Gemini is the words, Libra is how those words land and how they balance out. We have the Knight of Swords here. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. In the root in reverse. House number 7 right now, we're being focused on shifting one's awareness to one's core values and creating from this space. Moving to this relentlessly, knowing that this is the way. This is life's dedication. It's important for one to recognize that at any time, at any space, whether you've been on the path for 10 years dedicated or you just recognize that, wait, I can do this. Or maybe you were on it for a little bit and you took some time off. The cards are encouraging you right now, house number 7. This is what is being communicated, to focus oneself on one's path, one's journeys. And the best way to start is to look within and to ask oneself, wait, what do I value? What do I want to keep in my space? My metaphysical space, my mental space, my spiritual space? What do I want to continue to cultivate? What seeds do I want to plant in my reality? What do I want to wake up to? What do I want to rest to? How do I want to feel on a consistent basis? Devoting oneself, focusing oneself in all of your efforts on creating this and birthing this reality, because you are ultimately the creator. I know it's a lot of responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. The more you focus and the more you just start practicing, the better you get. You gotta just shoot your arrows occasionally. You don't have to worry about if they're gonna hit anybody. You know in your heart of hearts you're gonna be alright, because you mean well. Of course, you might get some scrapes and bruises along the way, but that's all a part of the journey, the process as you're out there running. But right now, this is the direction. I firmly believe the universe is never going to hand us anything that we're not capable of handling. We're always in the perfect time with the perfect people at the perfect place. So the more we can embrace these ways of being and just surrender all of those worries, those doubts, and ground into this present moment, the more that we can then attract the reality that it is that we wish to step into, to manifest, to unfold right before our very eyes. Which timeline are you stepping into really depends on what it is that you're holding within your heart. Indeed. Libra. But you don't need me to tell you this. Never hurts to reflect, nonetheless. What are you carrying in your core? Are you ready to release those heavy weights that have been holding you back from stepping into your role as creator of your reality? Because once you let them go, it's like pulling that arrow back. It just flings forward. Stellar. House number 8. Scorpio. Next up. Sun, Moon, Ascendants. House number 8 is ruled by the planet of Pluto. Transformation, death, marriage, connection to the depths, to the core. Whoa. Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Scorpio, my dudes. We cut the deck. One more time. There we go. Clear the energy. Show the root. Maat. Truth. The goddess of truth, of earth. Thank you for the gift, my dude. Right now we are reading for house number 8. Scorpio, we have the 2 of Swords here. Wheel of Fortune, once again. And the 7 of Wands here, in the root in reverse. Scorpio, the cards are encouraging one to turn inward, tuning into one's truth, recognizing that this world all around you, outside of you, this material reality, is illusory, and it's so easy to get caught up and distracted by everything. Everything, especially when you're so attracted to everything that's just shining. You're like, oh, squirrel. Right now you're being called to refocus your awareness on your fortune within. Yes, the truth within you, for the truth remains. All the distractions, they'll scatter away like clouds in the sky. But the more you can tune to your truth and turn inward to the fortune within you, the simple gift of simply being able to be and appreciate life in its fullest capacity, the more you can then move from this seat and ground into this state of being. Not having to be concerned about the distractions, the worries, the distortions, the limiting beliefs, the doubts, fears, habits that have been obstructing from creating obstacles as a means of you tuning to your truth. Absolutely, my dudes. Knowing that the truth is eternal. That which is true cannot be destroyed. The more you turn inward to your internal essence, your aspect of self that cannot be created nor destroyed, the more you get to know yourself and move about this world with a fortunate sense as well, because not many people know themselves or their truth, and they're running around worried like chickens with their heads cut off. When you know yourself, that's a real fortunate gift, and that's a way of life. I never want to say that I know everything about myself. I always want to know more about myself. I always want to continue to know myself. I don't ever want to grow up. I want to keep growing. I don't ever want to think I have it all together. I don't ever want to think that I know it all. I always want to know more. I always want to learn more, and I don't want to be concerned if I don't know enough either, because I know that I always know enough, and there's never too much. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. It just moves through you. There's a reason why cliches land, and there's quotes that will be here forever and eternity. Thanks, Scorpio. Happy Pluto return, America. Let's flow forward with house number 9, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Jupiter in the house. Sagittarius, house number 9. All about higher intellect, greater wisdom, aspirations, visions that last lifetimes. Sagittarius, house number 9. We cut the deck. We'll clear the energy. We'll draw 2 right at the top. Strong fire with Sagittarius. And a goddess for you. Of course. Isis. Rebirth. Alongside 9 of Wands. 10 of Cups. 11, 9, 10, Ace of Wands. Sagittarius, it's lit. What can I say? You've been focusing your flame. You've been stepping into your gifts. You've been learning your embodiment, and you're bringing a sense of rebirth into your connection with the world within and all around you, the people within your world, those who you get to share this life with, and it's lit. It's really starting to unfold in a way that is wilder than what you would have imagined. The more that you can just keep your focus on this, because it's only just starting. It's only just starting. You just stay focused on it. Don't get distracted. You already know it though. Sagittarius, if you're not one of the most resilient, focused, I want to say sharp, laser vision energy. Sagittarius is strong fire, laser vision. They know what they want. And it's this kind of energy. And you're allowed to want that. And it's beautiful. Everybody deserves to have this if they want it. 10 of Cups here is the focus, the vision, the energy that one wishes to tune into. Knowing that you're in the perfect place and everything is happening perfectly. You have everything that you need. You don't have to worry. You can sit back on this rainbow hammock. Yes. Yes. Knowing that the rebirth is all a big part of life. We're constantly going through transformation, transition, and change. The more that we can embrace this and sit back and enjoy the ride and just stay in tune to our light, the more that we just stay on Rainbow Road. And Sag, if this isn't affirming, I don't know what is, because these all are right side up. So I'm just getting the sense that it's lit. The cards are proud of you. Stay focused. Stay on it. And don't be afraid to shake things up a little bit. Maybe even ground even deeper into your iniquity, because it's only going to evolve, and you're going to become more confident and courageous in your expression. Absolutely. Fire. Thank you, Sag. You flow forward, my dudes. Indeed. For house number 10, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Capricorn energy. Wherever you may have a Saturn placement. House number 10 is your legacy. Yes, your life played out. Just consultation. This is your firmament, earthly elements. The frequency one is based in house number 10. We cut the deck, we clear it. We also shuffle the goddess cards today. Ooh. Ooh. Capricorn, we have Isis. Excuse me, Iris. That's right, communication. She just want to make another appearance, Isis. Iris, another appearance as well, in reverse. Rebirth. We have the King of Pentacles here. The Four of Cups here. The Strength card in the root. Capricorn, from this reading, I'm getting this energy of the caterpillar in the chrysalis. As we've wrapped up Capricorn season, stepping into Aquarius, the seeds one is planting is now so just like resting in the firmament of the soil and trusting that your seeds are going to sprout because you've been taking good care of them. Now it's just allowing them to nest in the soil a little bit. Just like knowing that they're here rooted. Where you planted your soil is basically like where the king sits on his throne. Just knowing that they're there held, and all the values, all the visions that it is that you want to continue to bring to fruition within this reality is here. So just sit like the farmer in the shade. That's really all you can do. The farmer can't really do much except encourage his plants to grow a little bit more. Pulling from them is not going to hurt. The seeds are strong as they need to break through their shell and to reach for the sun, and you've been doing everything that you need to do. So now this rebirth cycle that's happening is more so just like, okay, going inward and allowing that fire, that time to let any truth, that which is no longer in attunement with your reality or your truth, anything, any energy that is no longer in harmony with your well-being, letting that release, putting that to the flames, offering it to Isis, the goddess of rebirth, being like, hey, this is no longer serving me, and the seeds in the soil, and it's not allowing fertile fruition and growth. How can I release this so that my garden bed is much more, it promotes prosperous growth. And this is what's happening. So if there's any, I want to say like lingering doubts, worries, dense energies, knowing that you can basically offer, you can offer these to the fire within. Or if it helps to have a practical, physical example, you can create a fire, and you can write it on a piece of paper, and you can throw it in the flames, knowing that like the elements of fire and the fire of rebirth is here by your side, and you can utilize this element as a means of bending your reality, says Avatar G. You heard me? Alright, we're air bending right now because we're only speaking. I don't really got much flame other than it's lit. You got it, right? When you offer your doubts, your worries, your limiting beliefs, your dense energies to the flame, you can then begin to bend your reality, utilizing these elements as a means of the avatar. Groovy. Welcome to class. It's good to see you. Capricorn, house number 10. I'm happy for you. You're just simply growing into this regal aspect. 100%, and you know it. The strength. Where does it begin? We flow forward with house number 11. 11 individuals in this room. 11:01 on the clock. Shouts out to Aquarius. Happy new moon. Happy birthday to all my Aquarian babes. Let's see what these cards have to say. House number 11. This is like societal vision. This is communication on a cultural level. This is how people speak across the world. Yes, Aquarian age energy is like an age of union and connection and conversation where everybody across time and space can speak, share, communicate, converse, and co-create. Welcome, Aquarius. We cut the deck. We clear it. We wait for just a moment. And the goddess, or house number 11 this evening. Aquarius, underneath the new moon, we have new beginnings, here in reverse. Yostre, the goddess of new beginnings. Two of Pentacles here, the Sun, underneath the Aquarian Sun, and the Six of Wands in the root. House number 11. Right now, this new beginning, this new cycle around the Sun for my Aquarian Suns. The encouragement is to step into oneself with radical self-expression. Boundless, not holding back for a dang thing like the Sun. It's not holding back for anybody. He's just exuding, permeating from every pore. From every pore, he's just permeating, shining. This is the real practice. This is the real training. This is the momentum that one is cultivating, the seeds that one is planting, envisioning oneself. It's like the performer placing themselves on the stage mentally before they're actually there, playing out the performance, playing out the reality. It's like the person in the team, like watching the game play out in their mind before they go out on the court. Or it's like anybody sitting in the space and wishing to step into whatever it is that they wish to step into. So where are you placing your focus? Where are you placing your awareness? Where are you placing your shining light? What are you shining towards? Because where your attention goes, your awareness flows. That which you are focusing on is where you're placing your light. So if you are focusing on things of denser energies, your light is going to go in that direction. If you're focusing on things of higher energies, your light is going to go in that direction. And right now is the time for new beginnings and planting one's seeds that are much more cosmic in nature rather than devilish. You get what I'm saying? Because we're uplifting the frequency, we're raising the vibration, we're growing to heaven, we're growing the garden here in this reality. Now we're balancing out the energies and learning like, wait, I am a star and there's plenty of space out here and I'm allowed to shine my light. I'm allowed to shine my light. And it's important for me to step into my cosmic essence rather than my doubts, my worries, and my demonic aspects. Because we all got them. We all got dense. We all have the potential to go to black hole state where it's just like, I'm just sucking life out of everything. We all have the capacity to suck. We also have the capacity to be luminescent and vibrant and exuberant and joyous and enthusiastic, and those qualities that breathe life into being. And that's the kind of energy I want to continue to surround myself in and cultivate within my space rather than the opposite. But you got to spend your time in both sides of the polarity to figure out how it works for you and how you bring balance to this. And right now is a new beginning of planting those seeds of the sun. Yes, sunflower energy. Indeed. Aquarius. Here for it. Keep it in balance. Stay grounded. You know what you're doing. You don't need anyone to tell you this. We're going to move forward. I feel like that's why my Aquarian new moon was all about. Honestly, same Fairy. What an impeccable reflection. Strong energy out here. This is a good one. It is happening. We are wrapping this evening up with Pisces, house number 12. Hello, mate. Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Salutations. Amanda Lynn, we are wrapping up the collective readings for the new moon under Aquarius. House number 12, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Neptune placements. House number 12 is the subconscious, the divine aspects, the aspects of self that cannot be created nor destroyed. Yes, indeed, today the God is for you. No way. Y'all saw me shuffling. Yostre, new beginnings, jumps in once again. In reverse, as well. We also got to shuffle the cards. Get this energy moving. Let's see what the light seals for Pisces. Cut it. Clear it. Pisces, house number 12. For you, my dudes, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Perfectly timed, Amanda Lynn. The Tower card jumps in. And the Queen of Cups here in the root. And I want to draw another goddess from the bottom of the deck. See who she is. Yes, we have Metis. Yostre, New Beginnings, jumps in alongside Pisces. And we have Metis, the goddess of wisdom, alongside her in the root. Over here we have the Queen of Cups in the root, the Light Seer's Tarot. The Tower card here. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is that shift. Going from Aquarius to Pisces, this is carrying on the energy that we were just speaking. We have underneath that Queen of Cups, the Star card, and then we have the World there. It just keeps going deeper. So this is like just really happening. The garden is planted. We are here in the soil. We are out here just chilling, swinging in the hammocks. That Ten of Cups energy back at it. Like this is life right now unfolding. It's really beautiful to just like be here mentally and just like not be so attached to like our physical reality currently, because like that energy is going to allow one to continue to stay permeable, to surrender, to stay open, and to trust the flow, to practice letting go, to practice to continue to walk in the direction of one's dreams and continue to plant these seeds, recognizing that the seeds are on their way to sprout. This is that energy of Pisces. Like that Tower card, this card right here is basically the energy that I'm getting of the strength that it takes for a sapling to burst through the shell of the seed. Knowing that you have all the wisdom you need within you, the seeds of new beginnings are planted. So right now it's just continuing this momentum. It's showing up even when you feel like you don't want to show up. It's sitting on your seat even when you feel like not sitting in your seat. There's only so many excuses one can make for oneself until the universe is like, hey, don't make me tower moment you. You can take this tower moment into your own hands by surrendering to the process, recognizing that a tower happens every single instant. And those are the seeds that you want to keep planting and trusting and cultivating. Yes, and instead of letting the universe be like, instead of not listening, instead of like the universe requiring us to, the universe adjusting us because we're not listening to the synchronicities or the intuitions, like letting a tower moment that's happening on a more like dense or a negative polarity, instead of tower moments like that is like a seed breaking through the shell, is ultimately how one can focus this energy and shift the perspective to look on the positive polarity of the endeavor. That's Pisces. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're here planting underneath the Aquarian new moon. My dudes, I'm stoked for it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grounded. We are growing in gratitude. What a joy it is to share this reading. You can catch the recording of all 12 houses on the YouTube in a day or so. Otherwise, we're about to jump off here because I just wanted to jump on real briefly, keep this on point, grooving, and then we're going to do our thing, you know, roll me some flowers and then enjoy the fields, and then we're going to jump back on here for personal readings. Yes, continue planting the seeds. That's what the energy is all about. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Happy planting. All the joy. Godspeed. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, my dude. See you.